Alright, going to do a quick little video tutorial on how to change the hydraulic fluid and clean the filter on a 1979 Ford 1700 with a 770 bucket attachment. I'm going to make this video and put it on YouTube because I couldn't find any good guides, and it took a lot of digging to find a parts manual for this and to figure out how to do it. It's actually really simple. I'm going to wait to do the updated recording. I put the wrong kind of hydraulic fluid in here, and it takes a very specific type. The number is 134 for hydraulic fluid. The reason that it's very specific is regular hydraulic fluid is too thick, and this machine uses the same hydraulic fluid for the transmission as the hydraulic shafts, or the entire hydraulic system, really. So the first step to getting the filter out is to come on the left side. If you're looking at the machine from the front, here, let's give a better angle. On the left side, right in front of the oil filter, you'll see where the hard line connects and mounts to the front. You want to loosen this up so that you can drop this shaft a little bit out of the way. You don't have to take this bolt out. You just want to loosen it in a couple turns so that when we undo the back of it, it's a lot easier to work with. Let me get down underneath this thing here. So here is the actual hydraulic filter housing underneath. And just for frame of reference, so you can see where we are, it's right inside the rear tire there. So the first step, I'm sorry, we skipped a step. There's another step before you take that bolt loose. As we get up under here, you can see that there is a clamp that holds the hard line here. You want to take that nut lock washer and that clamp assembly completely off. That way the hard line can drop down and move freely. And then the third step is to undo this hard line nut here. It's going to be really tight. I had to use a pipe wrench breaker bar because that's all we had. Be careful not to round off the threads, but you just want to get it loose. So you're going to remove this nut here, drop the hard line. I'm going to take out these 4 bolts for the filter housing cover. Then your metal filter is going to come out. And I'd say we've got about almost 5 gallons of hydraulic fluid. So you're going to need quite the catch pan to catch all this fluid. Mine was gunked up. The main reason for doing this oil change was the hydraulic system was jumpy, the bucket wasn't working very well, and the filter, the metal filter, is reusable. So you want to be very careful with it. And it had all this kind of sludge. This is nothing compared to what we completely took out of it. So you'll pull the filter out and you'll clean it and then just reassemble. And then of course, fill about 3 to 4 gallons and then check the dipstick. You don't want to overfill it. That puts a lag on the transmission. But you want to be really careful. The tutorials that I found for cleaning the filter, I made an actual filter bucket. The filter itself fits right in here and you can kind of swish it around. And the solvent that we used to clean it was 50% diesel fuel and 50% hydraulic fluid. And it's an all metal screen. We used a little bit of a wire brush to clean it, but very, very delicately. You don't want to damage it. It is a permanent filter that you don't replace. It doesn't have a paper element. It's completely metal mesh. In the follow-up video, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. But it's actually not a hard procedure to do once you know where to go and what to take apart. The most important thing, like I was saying before, is to use the 134 hydraulic fluid. So I'm going to have to redrain everything that we already put in there. It was the thicker stuff that's red, and I talked to the Ford dealership and they said that that will actually burn up the hydraulic pump because the viscosity is too thick. It's a perfect viscosity for transmissions, but not for the rest of the hydraulic system. So just be aware of that, and then hopefully that'll be helpful for somebody. I wish I had a video like this when I started.